Good morning. This Sunday, the church celebrates Catechetical Sunday and will focus on the theme, safeguarding the dignity of every human person. The word catechesis comes from the Greek word katechen, meaning to instruct by word of mouth. It has two words. Kata means thoroughly, and ichen means to echo or to sound. So if you are a catechist, and everybody, by virtue of baptism, you are echoing or bring the church teaching to the world. So we are all catechists supposed to be. Catechetical Sunday is a wonderful opportunity to reflect on the role that each person plays by virtue of baptism in handing on the faith and being a witness to the gospel. Catechetical Sunday is an opportunity for all to rededicate themselves to this mission as a community of faith. What is the connection of our gospel reading to the theme of safeguarding the dignity of every human person? I will share to you the spiritual insight on People Are Precious by Father Charles Miller and Associates. They gave 2 points regarding the dignity of a person, that people is important and human life be respected. If you travel back in time, 2,000 years ago, and if you can make a kind of exercise for that, travel back in time 2,000 years ago. And then situate yourselves there. And when you are there, have the mentality of the people during the time of Jesus. If you have that, you have the idea that children have its own place in the society. Children were underprivileged and no clear rights in the society. They are nobody. They almost totally dependent on the goodwill of their elders and were treated quite well impersonally, like an it, in quotation, it, rather than a he or a she. If you try to look at in the dictionary, it, means that one, or an abstract entity, while he or she means that male or that female or that person. Imagine you were in Capernaum. Travel back in time. You are in Capernaum when the scene in today's gospel happened. You were there. Mind you, you will be touched when Jesus took a child and put his arms around him. You will witness the words that followed, which shocked the disciples. Whoever welcomes me, a child such as this, for my sake, welcomes me. In that scenario, Jesus changed the mentality of that faith that children become very important people. Jesus demonstrated by his words and action a complete change in the way children were regarded in the society during that time. He catechized his disciples and the people present there that if even a child of that day society must be treated with respect and love, then every human being must be treated with respect and love. Jesus was saying, in effect, that all people are important. Big people and little people, rich people and poor people, clean people and dirty people, healthy and ill people, living people and dying people, black people, white people, any people of any race. In our community as a parish, I like our abiding motto, which is all are welcome. So we try our best to make sure that everyone who walks into our parish feels that they have come to a place which embraces them. The second point of Father Miller's insight is about respect for human life. And Jesus gave us a reason why all people are to be respected. Whoever welcomes a child welcomes me. This has something to say of this year's theme for Catechetical Sunday. It reminds us that the dignity of each human person rests in the biblical teaching found in Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 27, that he or she is made in God's image and likeness. That image, that idea which God has is a person, God the Son. Human beings are made in the image and likeness of God the Son. This conformity to God the Son is the first and the primary source of their dignity and worth. Ideally, we mirror Jesus to others, so we become catechists to others. We echo what Jesus has said to the world. Moreover, God the Father sent His Son into the world to be human like us in all things except sin, and thereby elevated and sanctified human life. God demands respect for human beings as He demands respect for His own. This Catechetical Sunday theme also reminds us that we, the baptized, may need to actively support and protect all sorts of harm, cherishing human life from the moment of conception to natural death. I repeat, cherish human life from conception to natural death. This reminds me of the story of three rival insurance companies. One insurance company bragged themselves, "In our insurance company, our customers are insured from the moment of death, from the moment of birth to death." So it was a good coverage from birth to death. "Ours is better than yours," said the second one. "In our insurance company, we cover everyone from the moment of conception to the moment of death." It's much longer, from conception to death. The third one said, "Ours is much better than your insurance. We insure all clients from the moment of conception to the day of resurrection." So it was really a big coverage, and that is a great coverage. But only Jesus can give that coverage. JCI, Jesus Christ Insurance Company. According to Father Miller, human life is quickly being reduced in our society. One of the causes is what we call atheism, the creeping atheism in the society. Not just as a theoretical atheism, which says there is no God, but more a practical atheism, which acts as if there is no God. Without God, there is no sound basis of human dignity. And Christianity teaches that man is made a little less than the angels. But atheism puts man in a position which is better than that of animal. So, are you better than animal? These are several symptoms of the effect of creeping atheism. The first of these is the abortion movement. Science has proven that the product of human conception is a human being right from the beginning, that human life is a continuum from conception until death. No informed person in his right mind can pretend that the child in the womb is not a human being. I have a nice quotation coming from Dave Barry. He said, "If a woman has to choose between catching a fly ball and saving an infant's life, she will choose to save the infant's life without even considering if there are men on base." So life of a human being is very important. My dear friends, if the child is not great worth in the sight of God, why should anyone inconvenience himself for the sake of that child? Adopting a dog or a cat or giving donations to the animal shelter are good, very good. How about adopting an abandoned child? How about giving donations to homeless children's shelter or any charities for the care of children? Take the problem of racial prejudice. There will be no need for civil rights for civil organizations if we all live according to the words of the Declaration of Independence, which states that man has been endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights. In the context of family, atheism implies that conception and birth are biological accidents, not the work of God. There is always a reason that children should respect and obey their parents because God treated them through their parents. That God, created them through their parents. If a human person has no divinely given dignity, why should not he do with his body whatever he wants, even if it be to destroy that body with drugs? And why should not he use another person sexually solely for his own pleasure? We believe in God, so murder, rape are seriously wrong. Father Miller is bold in saying, "It is imperative that we overcome creeping atheism in our society. The primary way to do is not by arguments and debates, but by living our faith. As God's believer and followers of Christ, all human beings deserve respect, regardless of their status, gender, nationalities, background, color, language, and culture." To end this homily, I have a quotation coming from Herbert Hoover. Sounds familiar? Herbert Hoover, one of our presidents, past presidents, and he says, "Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity."